Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. For semiconductor equipment such as ASML lithography machines, China hopes to decide on its own what measures to implement. Including China's Xinhua news agency, the relevant science and technology information disclosed mentioned the public call of Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof. According to the Dutch side, in the chip supply chain system in the global market, ASML, which currently accounts for nearly 90% of the orders for lithography systems, is a vital company for the Netherlands. And for ASML, a semiconductor equipment supplier, the Chinese market, with huge market potential, is also crucial. According to the third quarter financial report data for fiscal year 2024 released by ASML, China is still the largest market for ASML semiconductor equipment supply, accounting for 47% of ASML's third quarter sales. Furthermore, the sales of 47%, up to 2.79 billion euros, or about 21.1 billion yuan, are mainly due to the increase in DUV deep ultraviolet lithography system sales, installation, and after-sales service. With a gross profit margin of 50.8% in one quarter, the main DUV supply market is the contribution of Chinese chip manufacturers. To put it bluntly, the Netherlands put on an attitude of not listening to the United States and suddenly showed goodwill to Chinese companies. It was not a big surprise, because it was a very realistic and very correct intuitive choice. You know, just the sales of the previous generation DUV deep ultraviolet lithography machine made the Dutch ASML earn a lot of money. Not to mention, there is also a new generation EUV extreme ultraviolet lithography system, which has not yet entered the Chinese mainland market. Therefore, ASML lithography machines continue to be sold to Chinese companies. It is still the previous generation DUV deep ultraviolet lithography machine orders. In addition, the belief of the Dutch ASML has been undergoing tremendous changes, from saying even if you get ASML's equipment drawings, Chinese companies can't build a lithography machine, to later lamenting, don't underestimate Chinese manufacturers. After all, the exposure of patents for new technology iterations and the localization of key components and parts show that Chinese scientific research institutions and enterprises are making great strides in the semiconductor field. In other words, if ASML hides and does not sell to more Chinese companies today, it may not be qualified to come to the table tomorrow. At least for now, the localization progress of Chinese companies in the field of semiconductor manufacturing equipment, as well as the original intention of marketization to achieve win-win cooperation with Chinese companies, have made ASML consider the US set unreliable. Of course, the outside world can only maintain an optimistic attitude and cannot bet too much on ASML as always. Being able to maintain a continuous supply of DUV deep ultraviolet lithography equipment is basically the limit that the Netherlands can barely guarantee. First, because the orders for DUV deep ultraviolet products have considerable profits, and second, EUV extreme ultraviolet lithography technology is quite restricted by the United States. It is important to understand that ASML, a semiconductor equipment supplier in the Netherlands located in Europe, is considered by the outside world to be the so-called third technology generation. That is, ASML has also gone through the first two technology generations of American and Japanese manufacturers. The reason why ASML can become the global leader of the third technology generation of semiconductor equipment is inseparable from the early mutual appreciation of TSMC for providing orders and the sharing of EUV LLC technology led by American companies such as Intel. This means that ASML, which has inherited the so-called American technology, has put on a posture of not listening to the United States, but it cannot normally ship EUV extreme ultraviolet lithography machines to other Chinese wafer chip manufacturers other than TSMC. Therefore, it is obviously an exaggeration to say that the Netherlands wants to get rid of US control, and ASML can sell lithography machines to Chinese manufacturers as it wants. Citing data disclosed by Shenbo, ASML's global vice president and president of China, by the end of 2023, the installed capacity of lithography machines and measurement machines supplied by ASML to the Chinese market has reached nearly 1,400. Correspondingly, ASML's expected goal based on production capacity is, by the end of 2025 or early 2026, it will have the capacity to supply 500 to 600 DUV deep ultraviolet lithography equipment per year worldwide. Christophe Fouquet, the Frenchman who took over the position of CEO of ASML, quickly lowered the total net sales forecast for 2025 to between €30 billion and €25 billion after taking charge of ASML. When Peter Winnink, ASML's former CEO, was at the helm, the forecast was set at between €30 billion and €40 billion. In short, the Netherlands suddenly showed goodwill to Chinese companies, and ASML continued to sell lithography machines to Chinese companies. The attitude of the outside world is welcome. However, the construction of China's domestic semiconductor industry chain has long been at the point of the arrow has been released from the string. As for the Netherlands' posture of not listening to the United States, China should just listen to it and not take it seriously. Otherwise, ASML might as well take out a few EUV lithography machines in a normal market and ship them to other Chinese wafer chip manufacturers besides TSMC. I would like to ask ASML, do you dare to express your attitude? Can you do it?